So today I created this look, and this is kind of more of a how-to with a makeup tutorial with it, and it's how to wear pink eyeshadow, because pink eyeshadow can be really scary, and it's understandable because if you do it wrong then it makes you look like your eyes are sore and like you've got an eye infection rather than pink eyeshadow. So I'm going to show you how to get this pink look and my tips and tricks on wearing pink eyeshadow. So it's quite simple to create, it's just using those slight tips and tricks just to make it not like you've got a sore eye, and I also tell you what kind of cheek colour, what kind of lip colour to wear, because sometimes it can kind of clash if you wear too much pink. And just at the start of the video, I'm going to have quite red skin and I've got a cut here. I've been playing with special effects today, so the blood's kind of stained my skin a bit, but that's all, there's nothing, you know, wrong with my skin. So if you want to see how to get this pink eyeshadow look and how to wear pink eyeshadow without looking like you're ill, then just continue to watch. Okay, so I'm starting off with my L'Oreal Lumi Magique foundation, and I'm using this one because I want a nice glowy skin and it to look nice and healthy looking. So I'm just stippling that into the skin using, I think this is a Weaver brush, and I concentrate it mainly in the centre of my face because that's where I get red mostly. I'm working outwards, and I switch between buffing and pressing. Pressing will give you more coverage and help the longevity, so I do that in the centre of my face. Then on the outside of my face I just buff and work it in really well. And then taking my MAC Prolong Wear Concealer in the colour NW20, I'm going to use that to cover up that scar down my face and any other redness. And then I'm priming my eyes with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot, and then with my Naked 3 palette I'm taking Limit, and I'm just going to run through that through the crease with a big fluffy brush just to create definition, transition, typical things you want with like a matte mid-tone. And this Naked 3 palette's really good if you want like a pink eyeshadow but you don't want to go too overboard with the pink. So the Naked palette, it's all neutral colours but they have rosy tones in them. And then another great thing to have is this Maybelline Colour Tattoo in the colour Pink Gold, because this again is just a light pink. It's just going to have a nice shimmer and shine to the lid, but it's not like a bright, vibrant, fluorescent pink. And then I'm taking this BM Beauty pigment in the colour Her Majesty, and you can see there it's pink and it's got like gold reflex in. It's kind of like a watermelon colour. So I'm just going to start off by packing that on the lid, and you can see that's quite a vibrant pink colour. And I do swap between rubbing it and patting it, and then taking a bit on the brush I'm going to spray it with some setting spray and pop that right in the centre, and spraying it gives it a more metallic kind of foiled look. And also with this pigment, because it has kind of got like a golden tone in it, it brings out the gold more in the centre where you've wear it. So you can see there it's got a really nice pop. So just going between rubbing and patting again on the eye, and I do pull my eyelid a tiny bit just so I've made sure I've got in all the wrinkles in the eye. And again spraying the brush with, I think I used the Urban Decay All Night spray. And then from the original Naked palette I'm taking Half Baked, and I'm using a gold shade because this pink shade I've got has got the gold tone in it, like I've said. Okay, so taking Nuna again from the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, and this is the darker of the matte mid-tones. I'm going to run that on a smaller synthetic goat hair brush and run that through the socket in more of a precise motion. This is going to create more definition right in the socket rather than blown out, and it's just going to help blend out the pink colours on the lid and create a gradient from the pink on the lid up to the lightness of the brow. So this clip is obviously a bit more zoomed in, and you can see I'm really just putting it in there, working it backwards and forwards, and I'm just going in like rainbow motions, and I'm touching the skin really lightly. As you can see, I'm not pressing on hard with the brush, just a light sweeping across the eye, and just keep going back in and retouching up wherever you feel is necessary. And now I do take it in all the way to the inner corner because that's what looks best on my eye, and then I just took the original big blending brush to blend it out again. And then use my Prolong Wear Concealer in NW15. I'm going to pop that underneath the eyes, and I also take it a bit around the nose and a little bit on the chin as well. I just put it on with my fingers because that's what's easiest for me. You could use a brush or anything you like. And just work that in, and then I think I take my beauty blender and just start pressing that into the skin. A beauty blender is a damp sponge. You don't have to get the official beauty blender. There's plenty of other ones. I've heard the Real Techniques one's really good. You just want to dampen it and then push the product into your skin using the damp sponge, and then just set in the under eye powder. All I set is my under eyes and my nose because that's all I need to set. Obviously it's all about personal preference. So from my Smashbox Full Exposure palette, I'm taking this warm brown shade and running that tight in the lower lashes with a fine angle brush. So just pushing that right in there, and that is going to create some like definition on the lower lashes, and then taking Nuna again to blend that out, and taking this brown in between like the kind of rosy tones of Nuna and then your eye is going to kind of create like a distraction from a pink right next to your eye so it doesn't look too sore. And then taking Naked Lunch from MAC and running that in the inner tear ducts of my eyes. This eyeshadow has a pink tone in it as well, so it looks really good matching with the pink, but obviously as you can see it's just a light shimmer but it has got a slight pink tone, whereas this shade, which is Shroom, this is kind of like a straight vanilla shade and it's perfect for an under eyebrow highlight. It's my favourite highlight. So then I'm going to take my Topshop Magic Liner and I'm going to start doing a winged eyeliner. You don't want to make this too thin, like, because I have quite hooded eyes, so I normally do my eyeliner quite thin so you can see some of my lids still. But with this look, you want to make sure there's a definite black line there, so there's something grounding the look, and again separating the bright pink from right next to your eye, so there's like black around it so you don't look sore or irritated. And I can't explain how I do my eyeliner. I kind of just go with the flow. Sometimes I start from the inner corner, sometimes I do the wing first, sometimes I start from the middle, but I always just make it thicker and winged on the outer corner. And then pop in this Illamasqua white eyeliner inside my eyes. You could use a white or a beige. This will just cancel out the pinkness in the inner corner of the inner rim of your eye. And with this, to apply colour in your waterline, you don't always have to pull down the eye. The reason we open our mouth is when we put makeup on is because it naturally opens our eyes, and we might not notice we're doing it, but opening our eyes like that is going to open our eyes, and you can just put the pencil in and run it along. You don't have to pull on the eye, because obviously pulling on the eye is going to be bad for the eye, causes premature wrinkles and such, so try to avoid pulling on the eye as much as possible. And then I popped on a quick coat of mascara, and now I'm going to fill in my brows using this sleek eyebrow pencil. Again with brows, I can't really explain how I do it, because I want to say use small light strokes, you know, don't press down too hard, but because I've been doing my brows so long the same, and also I've used this product a lot of times, I know how hard I can press on, and as you can see there I did one big long stroke, and I know I have to do that because I know how I like my brows and I'm used to this product and I'm used to this shape. But if you're not, really short strokes, really light hand, and obviously if you are used to it, do your own thing. And then popping on these Girls Aloud Nicola lashes, which have a nice wing at the corner, which will tie in with a winged eyeliner. And then I'm contouring my NYX Taupe Blush, which is my favourite contour at the minute, and especially for pale people like me. So just popping that underneath the hollows of the cheeks to create a lot of definition under the cheekbones. And also I take it around my temples and on my forehead, because that's where I like to draw attention away from, because I'm not a big fan of my forehead. As you can see in this clip here, you see the difference between one side of my face and the other. One side I've got cheekbones, the other I've got hamster cheeks. And then taking this Rimmell natural bronzer. This is a really good bronzer from the drugstore for pale skin as well. My mum actually bought this for herself and it was too light for her. She's kind of like, probably say she's about an NC 13 max, so it was too light for her, so anything below that will be really good. I really like it, and I use my Real Techniques buffing brush. I love this brush for bronzer. I think it just blends everything in so seamlessly to the skin, and because it's kind of a foundation brush, it's nice and light on the skin. And then taking this Illamasqua brush, I think it is called Lover, it might be Hussy, and this is kind of more of a peach tone, and I'm using a peach because I don't want too much pink to compete with the eyes. So I'm using peachy tones on the cheeks and lips, and then I'm just going to highlight with this Revlon highlighter. I like a strong highlight, but obviously it depends on you if you've got dry skin or oily skin. I've got kind of probably normal combination skin, but I like to look nice and dewy, so I pop it on the cheekbones, forehead, chin and on the nose. But I do use a smaller brush on the nose, so it's not like bam shiny nose, it's very concentrated type of highlight. Oh, and also on the Cupid's bow. And then for lipstick, I'm going to take Topshop's Nervarda, which is a peachy nude again. I'm going for the kind of peachy nudie tones rather than the pink to compete with the eyes. I'm just going to pop that on, and then I'm topping off with a Faced Lipgloss, which is like a nude colour and it has a bit of pink in it and it has a nice shimmer through it. So I'm topping that off with that.
and then after you've popped on the lip gloss, that should complete the look. So obviously you can change quite a few things with this and adapt it to yourself, but this is just a general rule. So I hope you enjoyed this video, I hope you found it helpful, and thank you for watching.